Well, guys, the math is important here. 10 Republicans being on board means the Senate would have the votes to pass the legislation. While some details remain, the deal could be the most significant gun legislation in decades.
Frankly, to come up short in this moment, to deliver literally nothing again, was just too hard a prospect to contemplate.
Some senators were optimistic after they announced there was a path for new gun safety legislation to potentially get passed in Congress. A bill would include funding for states to enact so-called red flag laws, money for school safety proposals and mental health clinics, enhanced background checks for gun buyers under 21, with screening of juvenile mental health and criminal records, and closing the so-called boyfriend loophole, which means enhanced gun buying restrictions for people convicted of domestic violence.
How many ways can we say it? Gun violence does not discriminate. It happens everywhere and all the time. It has been happening everywhere all the time because you, Congress, have done nothing to prevent it.
The announcement follows a weekend filled with March for Our Lives rallies nationwide amid growing demand for action after mass shootings in Buffalo and Uvalde. Parkland school shooting survivor David Hogg has pushed for change since 2018.
When we started doing this work, I thought that the government was at least halfway functional. But unfortunately, it proved not to be when our kids needed to be saved.
Texas Senator John Cornyn took the lead for Republicans in working out the deal with Democrats, saying in a tweet, quote, "The tragedies in Uvalde and elsewhere cried out for action."
It was critically helpful to have Senator Cornyn, a member of the Judiciary Committee, a tough on crime conservative Republican, making it clear what was possible and what might get more than 10 Republican Senate votes.
Now, Democrats hope to have more than the 10 Republicans who signed on to the deal to avoid a filibuster in case any of them would change their minds. Now, they would need to work quickly to not only get a bill in writing, but pass it before an upcoming July 4th recess, guys.